Hey, I'm Dr. Brian McKay at Core Health, and what I'd like to do with this video is give a better understanding of plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis can be helped. We have a really good program where we give you some home exercise to do, and hopefully that's going to make the difference. I'd like you to watch and listen and learn. You learn an awful lot in this video. Thanks very much, Dr. Brian McKay, Core Health.
Okay, so we have here is, you know what you're looking at. Here's the Achilles, here's the calf muscles, and what happens is there's a lot of tension, and the tension gets wrapped around, and it's not really here where you get it, but you're going to get it over here. And when that tension really builds up on this plantar surface, the plantar surface is that part that comes in contact with the ground, your shoes, whatever. Now let me show you what can happen here and how you develop plantar fasciitis. It's pretty easy to see. So what happens is you get irritation, okay? This band, this very thick band, gets tight, okay? This is the fascia, very, very tight. It's covering very, very thin muscles. And what happens is a lot of nerves in here. There's an awful lot of nerves in here. And as this continues, what will happen is you're gonna see it. If this is untreated, it tears, okay? You don't want it to. Well, I'm gonna try to give you a good explanation of what exactly plantar fasciitis looks like. And very rarely are you going to have pain like down on the bottom of your foot originally, because it's not the nature of plantar fasciitis. What happens is you can see this long muscle here, very, very big muscle in the lower part of your leg called the tibialis anterior. It's not important you know the name, but you can see how big this muscle is. Now what I want to point out too is I'm going to just illustrate. Here's the muscle belly, and then down here, very closely, you should be able to see how this this tendon wraps around the front part of your ankle and goes underneath the foot. And as it goes underneath the foot, that's where the greatest amount of tension is. It's almost like it's really wound up tightly there. But what I can tell you is adhesions form in this muscle here, and adhesions take smooth muscle and kind of create these mini scar tissues, okay? And what happens now is the muscle becomes dysfunctional as you have all this scar tissue. And the scar tissue, it prevents the muscle from working efficiently, okay? And so what you gotta think about is, how do you get rid of these adhesions? There's a soft tissue technique called Groston that comes in and basically erases these things, okay? And it restores the muscle so there's less tension down all the way, you know, the tension that wraps around and into the bottom of the foot. So that's one way of really making a difference when it comes to a bad case of Achilles tendonitis or plantar fasciitis. So really they're very, very similar conditions. It's almost like Achilles tendonitis starts beforehand, and that's going to be that pain along the back on the Achilles heel. Now let's keep this explanation moving along. Now as we come down to the bottom of the foot, this is where I'd like you to see this tendinous band, okay? All right, this is the fascia, okay? And the fascia is very, very thick. It covers very, very thin muscles. And what happens over here is you get further adhesions, but you also get these stress points like over here, where you get like micro tears. And when you get a micro tear, it's not a good thing, because every time you stretch, every time you put a lot of times plantar fasciitis people are going to have pain when they get up first thing in the morning. And that's a tough thing alone. And Advil will help a little bit. Staying off your feet is going to help a little bit. But if you relieve the tension further up the line, like we originally said, and here, if you relieve the tension over here, you're gonna fare a lot better with it. This is where the tension begins, but what'll happen is it comes all the way down to the back, when we get back here under the foot. So that is basically part two. So you want to do some Groston technique along here to remove any adhesions, but more than that, what you really want to do is you want to get the laser out. And the laser is a very, very effective way of stimulating these cells to regrow. So you reduce the scarring, you introduce the laser, and a lot of times the pain's going to go away, but a much more lasting fashion. It's not just putting a brace on, not walking on it. I mean, now once you get this all done, there are exercises to do. So what I'd like to say is, if you're interested, there's a link below. Click the link. We'll send you 3 exercises, 3 basic exercises. And if that knocks it out, then you're out of the water. But what then I'll do is I'll send you another link for 3 more exercises the following week. And what I'd like you to do is just try one set of 3 exercises. They work, then you're done. That doesn't work, take 3 more exercises. Now, if that doesn't work, I'll send 3 more exercises. And after that, if you're doing these exercises consistently, and I say you should do them every day, then you have an idea that this is probably a little more serious, and you might need to do something in the lines of, Groston and the cold laser. But the combination of Groston and cold laser are probably the most effective ways to eliminate plantar fasciitis. I'm Dr. Brian McKay. Click that link below.